Hey, wait a minute. Didn't you upload this video like a few months ago? Back when Sonic Forces was released? Yes, I did actually. But I decided to delete the original video and upload a new version of my comment feedback video. If you want to know why I deleted the original video, go check my vlog that I'll be linked in the description. For those who have watched the original video, the video is mostly the same. So if you want to see what I changed in my video, skip to this part of the video. As for those who haven't seen the original video, keep in mind that my thoughts on Sonic Forces have changed since after the original video was created and after I finished completing the game. I was hyped for Sonic Forces before it was released, even though I was skeptical on how the game was going to turn out, and my fears turned to reality once I finally got to play the game. Even though I found the game to be decent, I was very disappointed that the game didn't live up to my expectations. I won't go into detail on why Sonic Forces failed to impress me in this video, since I plan on reviewing the game sometime in the future. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Konnichiwa, my fellow otakus and non-otakus. I'm Otaku Rubila, which means geeky viewer in Japanese. I review video games, anime, and manga. So in one of my previous videos, I talk about my personal issues with the Sonic Forces E3 trailer, where I had a problem seeing Shadow, Chaos, and Satan's retarded brother working with Eggman as his henchman. And you know what that means, right folks? If you have an unpopular opinion in the Sonic fanbase, you're bound to attract plenty of pissed off Sonic fans.
Stop violating me with your different opinions!
I have the right to speak my mind!
Even though I let my audience know this was not a hate video, I knew that some of the Sonic fans would throw a bitch fit in the comment section, make a couple of idiotic knee-jerk remarks, and dislike my video without having to watch or pay attention to my video. As you can see, these type of Sonic fans, aka the Thought Police, really lack the decency to act like normal, rational people. They rather act upon their fifis rather than use their brain when discussing about different opinions. And that's the thing, these people can't handle different opinions. They rather throw petty insults at you like telling you to shut up, saying your video is stupid, saying you suck, telling you to kill yourself, calling your subscribers dumbasses, and trying really hard to make you look like an idiot while not paying attention and missing the point of your video and not reading their pinned comment. Seriously, these people are fucking cancerous. Look guys, I understand I'm not the only YouTuber who receives negative feedback, but I just don't understand why the Sonic fans have to go this route by berating people who are critical of the Sonic franchise. They even go far as to call you a fake Sonic fan or a Sonic hater because you don't suck Sega's dick like they do. Guys, I love receiving critical, thoughtful feedback. It helps me grow and improve my channel. But when I get comments from people who don't want to have a conversation with me and just throw insults like a bunch of uncivilized children, I cannot take these kids seriously. These comments that they wrote make them look like complete idiots. I mean, for fuck's sakes, how sad and pathetic do you have to be to throw petty insults to get your point across at someone who hasn't done anything to you in the past? It's really uncalled for. Anyway, as you can guess by the title of the video, I will be reading the comments I have received from the people who have commented in the comment section of my video and answer some of the mistakes I made in my video. I'll also respond to some of the comments I have received from my other video. Sonic Heroes, Next Gen, and Unleashed are not Sonic Adventure 3, here's why. So without further ado, let's begin. Have you considered the possibilities that Shadow, Chaos, Metal Sonic, and Zavok may have been mind controlled by Infinite, or they may be the past versions of the Sonic characters, i.e. time travel? Yes, I have considered those possibilities, and other possibilities as well. The reason why I didn't brought those up was because I was too busy focusing on why this is out of character for Shadow, Chaos, and Zavok to be working for Eggman, rather than coming up with theories on why they are working for him. Plus, I pinned my comments so that everybody can see that I'm well aware of the theories that the Sonic fans have come up with. So you can stop sending me those comments now guys, there are already hundreds of them in the comment section, but I do appreciate the feedback nonetheless. The Deadly Six did not die in Sonic Lost World. Don't you remember that Eggman heavily implied at the end of the game that the Zeddy were still alive? Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I actually forgot about that important detail. But can you blame me? I haven't played the game since it was first released. All I remember from that game were some of the unfunny dialogues. Granted, I should have double checked to see if they were still alive, so I apologize for my mistake. Warren Graff is not the writer of Sonic Forces. The story is being written in Japan. Graph is just translating the script in English. Oh my god, this is one of the greatest news I have read in my life. My confidence towards the story has just grew 5 times larger than it used to be. Sorry Graph, I really want to give you another chance, but this is phenomenal. By the way, who's writing the story anyway? Wait a minute. The same guy who wrote and directed Sonic 06? Meh, whatever. I'll give him another chance. After all, Sonic 06 was rushed during development, so who knows? Nakamura's writing might have improved over the years. Why don't you wait until the game is out before you start complaining about Shadow, Zavok, and Chaos being on Eggman's sideline? Besides, you don't even know the story yet. Well, I wanted to see if other people had similar opinions as me. I know that the game hasn't been out yet, but I'm basing my opinions on what we have seen so far. After all, I like to have open discussions with you guys. Nothing wrong with that, right? Of course these characters are fan service. Companies do it all the time. It works and it makes them money. So what's wrong with fan service? There's nothing wrong with fan service. I was just pointing out on how obvious Sega are trying to win back their audience. I have nothing against fan service, but are we going to have to wait 5 to 10 years to see our favorite characters again? I'm tired of not seeing them have huge parts in the stories like they did in the previous Sonic games. Like I said in my video, these characters have so much potential for future Sonic games, but Sega won't take the time of day to develop these characters. All I'm asking is for Sega to treat storytelling and characterization as an important factor in video games as much as the gameplay. But seeing as how they don't give a shit about continuity, I don't see this happening in the future. Hopefully Sonic Forces will help me change my perspective on Sega's writing skills. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. In the last comments I'll be talking about the reactions I received when I said that Shadow's a hero and not an anti-hero or a villain. I knew I was going to get mixed responses from Sonic fans that either agree or disagree with my statement. And that's fine. I mean, it was to be expected. Sega has claimed over the years that Shadow's an anti-hero, so the reactions weren't surprising to me. However, I did also receive some immature comments from a bunch of children, and, well, they did not disappoint me. Like I said before, I stated that Shadow wasn't an anti-hero, and tried to back up my point that he was a hero by showing the following examples. He saved the world with Sonic from being destroyed by the space colony Ark in Sonic Adventure 2. He fought alongside with Sonic and his friends to defeat Metal Sonic and Sonic Heroes. He saved the world from Black Doom, the Black Arms, and Shadow the Hedgehog. He saved Sonic from being killed by Silver, and not only saved the world, but time and space by destroying Solaris with the help of Sonic and Silver in Sonic 06. And finally, he saved the world from Eggman Nega in Sonic Rivals 1 and 2. But for some odd reason, this didn't click with some of these people, and, well, the stupidity speaks for itself.
I don't care what the creators of the game they make say. I say Shadow's a hero because I say so.
He was very dumb to say that.
Knew it! You're awesome! You literally made the most rational points on here instead of just saying, I think Shadow's a good guy, so there's Sonic Team, even though you made Shadow an anti-hero. Good job, props to you.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
I'm sorry, but did your guys' brains turn off as you were watching my video? I presented my evidence showing that Shadow's a hero, but nope. According to these retards, that part of the video never happened, and came to the conclusion that I believe that Shadow's a hero because I said so. Yeah, thanks for putting words in my mouth, dipshits. Plus, I never said those exact words. Before I showed my evidence on why I believe that Shadow's a hero, I said that I don't care what anyone says or what Sega says. I believe that Shadow's a hero because I played almost every single Sonic game that has existed, meaning that I know the Sonic franchise like the back of my head, and I had strong evidence to show that he is not an anti-hero. The reason why I said I don't care what anyone says or what Sega says was because Sega has fucked up the Sonic characters' personalities over the years. These characters that we know today are not the same as they were in the past. In other words, they are flannerized. If you don't know what that word means, flannerization is when a character's quirk eventually takes over their personality. For example, Sega took Knuckles' naive trait and cranked it up to 11 by making him a dumbass. Seriously, there was more to his character rather than this moron who falls for Eggman's lies every single time. However, that's another video for another day. Let's get back to the topic in hand. And the other reason why I say I don't care what Sega says is because they don't give a shit about continuity and being consistent. According to Kevin Eva, the former Sega Europe community manager, the canon and continuity of the Sonic the Hedgehog games are somewhat in flux all the time. As such, certain plot elements are only valid whenever Sega wants or needs them to be at the time, and can be easily changed later on. So there you have it, folks. There is no consistent timeline in the Sonic universe, nor is there any continuity. Sega can change whatever they please even if it creates plot holes and damage the Sonic characters' personalities. So the argument that Shadow's an anti-hero because Sega said so doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Shadow's personality changes depending on who writes the stories for the Sonic games. The same can be said about the rest of the Sonic characters. However, I don't want to make this long, so I'll go more in depth on why I believe that Shadow is a hero in the next video and address all your guys' points in that same video. So wait a while until its release. And now let's look at the comments from my other video. Remember my message at the beginning of my video? Look, I get that you're eager to comment to try to prove me wrong in the comment section, but at least watch the video before you comment. Also, please pay attention throughout the video. You have no idea how many comments I get from people who don't pay attention to my videos and make complete asses out of themselves in the comment section. Well, surprise, surprise. These people did not watch my video at all. They just commented after seeing the title of the video. Seriously, who does that? Oh, and look at that. More childish, ignorant comments as well. Imagine my shock. Quite the intellectual bunch, huh, folks?
I don't get some fans. Sonic Adventure 3 doesn't fucking exist. No shit. These games are just similar to each other. Do people not actually acknowledge that? Why do people even make these types of videos? It's just opinions in all honesty, really. Since none of these games are titled Sonic Adventure 3, shouldn't that just be it? It's not called it, so it's not. It's just very similar.
Well, if you watched the fucking video, you would see why I made this video to begin with. Of course these games are not Sonic Adventure 3, but these people want me to believe that one of these games are Sonic Adventure 3, and I made the video to prove them wrong. Why is that so hard to understand? Look, here's the thing. I have no problem with Sonic fans treating these games as if those games are Sonic Adventure 3, spiritually, just as long as they know that their opinions are not facts. Call them Sonic Adventure 3 all you want, but the fact is that none of these games are proven to be Sonic Adventure 3. I have sources to prove that.
Sonic 06 wasn't really a reboot.
Citation needed!
You know, I don't understand you guys. I have evidence to prove that Sonic 06 is a reboot and not Sonic Adventure 3, and I even explain why the game is similar to the adventure games. But it seems to me that you guys refuse to look for the evidence I provide in the description and claim that I'm wrong or that my video didn't debunk anything, without providing any evidence to debunk any of my points. Facts are powerful than opinions, folks. If you have any evidence to prove to me that Sonic 06 is not a reboot, at least provide a source in the comments if you want to prove me wrong. Shit, ask Sean Nakamura on Twitter. He wrote and directed Sonic 06. If you really want to prove me wrong, ask the man himself and be sure to show him the sources I found so that you can confirm that Sonic 06 is or is not a reboot. Besides, even if Sonic 06 is or isn't a reboot, it doesn't matter at the end of the day because Sega doesn't give a single fuck about storytelling. How many times am I gonna have to repeat myself in order to get this through your guys' heads? Sonic Team naming a game Sonic Adventure 3 at this point would be an extremely dumb move. It would just be a bad look. This obsession with what makes a game a Sonic Adventure game is even more stupid. Can't we just enjoy our Sonic games for what they are? I was originally going to rebuttal his first comment, but one of my subscribers talked with him and he elaborated more on his points, which I think he did a fine job explaining himself. For the most part. Although I do think I should comment about the points that he made. I very much agree that the series has been on a downward spiral for a lot of these reasons, and it's not just about the boost games or the voice acting or whatever else. The Adventure era games had terrible voice acting overall, by the way, along with all their other problems. I just think it's super silly to treat this so-called adventure formula, or any formula for that matter, like the Holy Grail. Every Sonic game has many great unique aspects that could be combined and refined to make something great. The key to saving the series isn't just bringing back every aspect of the adventure era games and watch the magic happen. We need Sonic Team to shift out all the good and bad stuff, focus on everything that has made the Sonic series great, and what caused people to stick around, such as myself. I think I should have made this clear in my video, but when I said that I want the adventure formula to return, I want Sega to evolve it. Like you said, dude, every Sonic game has their good and bad points, and if Sega takes those good aspects from those games and implement them onto a new Sonic game, I think Sega might perfect on how Sonic should be controlled in a 3D environment. And you can't just demonize the Boost game either. Unleash, Colors, and Generations got a lot of things right. I'm still seeing myself return to these games. And no, I'm not just biased for and against these different formulas. I honestly think calling them in the first place is dumb. As I said, every game has a lot of unique things to love about them. I don't see what's so dumb about generalizing these gameplays as formulas. Yes, every Sonic game has their unique things to love about them, but we're just labeling them with terms that can be easily compared with the other Sonic games. I really don't see the problem here. Every Sonic fan uses these terms. Also, you might want to elaborate on why you think Sonic Unleashed, Colors, and Generations got a lot of things right, because I'm not seeing it, my dude. In my honest opinion, the Boost formula is only holding the franchise back. I mean, don't get me wrong, those games are fun to play, but here's the thing. The adventure formula adds more variety for Sega to come up with new ideas and gimmicks. The reason why I praise the adventure formula so much is because you have full control of your favorite Sonic character's movements, whether it be running through stages or hubs, timing your jumps, attacking or dodging your enemies, avoiding pitfalls, you name it. When you start moving Sonic with the analog stick, Sonic will go slow for a few seconds, and then pick up speed as you keep holding onto the analog stick to the direction on where you want Sonic to go. This helps so much because I can make precise jumps without worrying that I will fall off the platforms. I believe this is how speed and platforming should be handled in a 3D Sonic game. You have so much control of the Sonic characters that there is a perfect balance between speed, platforming, and exploration, just like in the classic games. With the Boost formula on the other hand, it feels like there's more emphasis on speed rather than balancing out with platforming and exploration. Does this look like the type of game where you can stop and explore stages to find collectibles or safely jump platform to platform without falling? Look, I understand that these games challenge your gaming reflexes by going easy on you at first and then challenge you as you progress through the games. But when you have a character that can go 300 miles per hour in just a few seconds, or by pressing a single button to boost, it can be very nerve-wracking when I'm jumping platforms because I worry that Sonic might pick up speed if I'm not careful with the analog stick as I'm platforming. I also hate how the platforming interrupts the flow of the gameplay. One moment I'll be going super fast, blazing through obstacles, the next I'll be slowing down to jump some platforms, making sure that I don't fall off the edge. It doesn't help that Sonic feels stiff when he jumps and loses all momentum. The main point I was trying to make was the name. If Sonic Team actually named a new game Sonic Adventure 3, that would leave an overall bad taste in people's mouth. It would turn a lot of people away because it seemed like the biggest money grab ever, especially if it was another Sonic Forces. Lots of hype, but a game that doesn't live up to it. The name shouldn't be the thing to sell the game. Honestly, if Sega announced that Sonic Adventure 3 would be in development, I think that it would receive a massive mixed responses like how Sonic Forces was treated before it was released. But you are right on one thing. It's a huge money grab, and that the name shouldn't be the thing that sells the game. Sonic 4 is a prime example of this. The thing about going back to their roots, all the nostalgia pandering is becoming a sickness in this franchise. They've been trying too hard and getting it very wrong. Enough of that, please. While I agree that the nostalgia pandering is a problem for the series, however, I wouldn't consider the adventure formula as quote-unquote nostalgia pandering. Bringing back an old 3D gameplay style that works better than the current 3D gameplay style isn't nostalgia pandering. It's fixing what the Boost formula can't accomplish, balancing speed, platforming, and exploration. Like I said, I do believe that Sega are better off using the adventure formula rather than the Boost formula, just as long as they evolve the gameplay and don't bring back old stages just to please the fans. What they really need to do is fix their canon and fix their characters, please. This times a gazillion. You deserve a beer, mate. Assuming that you're at the legal age and like to drink alcohol. Oh yeah, let me also add the fact that I love the adventure era games as well. A lot. Did I say beer? I meant wine. Alright guys, that's it for today. Arigato gozaimasu for watching my video. If you like this video, hit that like button and go to my channel and check out more of my other videos I've done in the past. Leave a comment what you thought about this video and be sure to share this with your friends. With that said, I'll see you guys later. Sayonara.